Today we're going to try and figure out the difference between two very similar things.
They're basically exactly the same cars.
Because the Renault 5 and the new Nissan Micra are essentially the same car.
They're the same car.
So how do you decide between twins?
Just pick the Renault 5.
You're spoiling it.
Yeah.
Anyway, like and subscribe everyone so that Nicola can afford to buy her own clothes.
Oh, I see. Right, we've got two cars here, built on a joint venture. One by Renault, one by Nissan.
They are essentially the same bones underneath, but the Nissan Micra is a pure electric 5-seat hatchback.
Yeah, and the Renault's a pure electric 5-seat hatchback.
They both have front-wheel drive,
Yeah.
and I have a 52 kilowatt-hour battery.
I've got a 52 kilowatt-hour battery that gives me 252 miles of range.
Oh. There's a difference straight away because the Nissan Micra has 257 miles of range from the same battery,
Wow.
that's five more.
It's five more.
It's 5 more.
That's really good maths.
Yeah, thanks.
Proud of you.
I'm good at maths.
This has got 148 horsepower, does 0 to 62 in 8 seconds. Bang on!
Exactly the same as mine, though mine will be slower because I'm slightly fatter than you are.
That's also very true. And you're taller. It's probably the height thing
It's
that
a
makes
density
difference.
issue.
Yeah. Right, shall we actually have a look at the specific differences on the exterior? Right, so I have square fogs there. I've got 3 nostrils, which is quite nice. I've got sporty looking lights, if you can describe lights as being sporty, but you know what I mean. They've kind of got like eyeliner flicks.
Me, on the other hand, I don't have sporty. Look at these lights, right? They're far too big. They're huge for the size of car. And they also make the car look faintly stupid, like it's thick. And also that it's sort of blinded by the sun. And then I've got a big Nissan badge. Is that supposed to be that? But like,
I'm
canted
going
off.
to go yes.
Is it? Because then I've only got one nostril, so I don't have the kind of the breathing power that you've got. And then I've got kind of, instead of those square fogs, I've got these. What shape is that? It's like a blade?
Like a fin.
A fin,
Yeah.
and then a bit of a different bumper. So
Yeah.
I think my car definitely looks less cool than your car.
I got one of them.
That lights up when you charge it, don't it?
It does, yeah.
I don't have that. Though I have noticed, have you seen my bonnet's slightly higher than yours? Although there's nothing on it, so it's a bit more boring. But also, have you got a coq gauloise?
Have I got what?
Coq gauloise.
Oh
in
yeah,
the
I've got a cock.
windscreen.
Yeah, mine's French.
I don't think mine's a gauloise though, because it's supposed to be origami chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Down the side. So, I've got, in my opinion, funkier wheels. I've got a number 5 there that's hidden in there. Nice red line that runs along the top, all the way around the back, and then along the top down the other side.
But then I have, this is a big difference, this channel that comes out of the headlights all the way down the side. Now, I have heard that this is for aero and it adds like 25 miles to the range.
Does it?
No. Profile-wise, they are pretty much the same, though I do have a big, deep kit panel here, so I have more plastic than you.
Boom!
Boom.
Plastic and creases.
Different wheel.
Plastic and creases.
Yeah. Not
I've got a much nicer looking rear, in my humble opinion. I've got sporty lights again. Nice little number 5 at the back there. Just very stylish looking bum, I think.
I don't have that. I don't have it because it's doing the same thing as the front. Basically, the lights are too big for the car and the rest of it is quite plain. So you've got this body coloured centre to the lights, but they're too big. So it makes it look a bit heavy and a bit out of proportion. It looks a bit blobby.
A bit like what, sorry?
It looks a bit blobby.
One more time.
Looks a bit blobby. Shall we have a look at the insides?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might not be bloopy.
Let's come with me.
Okay.
Now both of them have a 326 litre boot and the rear seats fold down 60/40, which leaves you with 1,100 litres of space. Oh, and neither of them have frunks because they're front wheel drive, obviously.
Welcome to the interior of the Renault 5.
I like it.
Thank you.
I immediately like it.
Yeah, of course, because it's great. So what I like about what's going on in here is the little French nods that you get. I mean, we have the optional baguette holder,
Right.
which I would also like to point out that does eat into the footroom for your passenger, but it's kind of cool because you can put your brolly in there if you want to.
Right.
You've also got the gear knob here.
Yes.
That is designed like a Chanel lipstick because French.
Oh, yes, I did hear about it. There are a lot of
It's very
levers.
sticky.
Yes, you've mentioned this before, haven't you?
Yeah, stick, sticky, stick, stick, stick.
Yes, so many sticks.
Many sticks, but it's a beautiful layout and everything works really well. You've got your wireless charging here.
Yeah.
You've got a nice little Renault 5 image.
I did notice
in there.
that. Nice detail.
Yeah, because you've also got one in the back. Do you know that one?
Where?
In the back pocket of this, inside the back.
Oh, wow, it's got all the old ones in different colours.
Yeah!
That's really good.
It nods back to the original Renault 5. Also, the roof lining.
Yeah, sort of soft and yes,
That was in the original Renault 5.
yes, it
Yes,
was.
yes.
It's very good. I like the dash as well.
Yes.
That's padded.
This cushioning here, on some, if you go for like full top spec, you get like the 5 here and it lights up and looks very funky.
Okay, so this is a Techno Plus, so it's not quite the top spec,
Yes.
it's a mid spec,
It's
isn't it?
mid, yeah.
But it still gets the nice seats. These are quite cool. They're all different colours and they're quite well bolstered.
Yes, and they're very comfortable. And then you've got a bit of storage in here, cup holders, a little bit of storage inside there.
I have to say, in the back, it is very tight.
Well, you're very tall.
Yeah, but I don't feel like I could go any distance in here at all. I feel like I'm wed. If I sit behind you,
Yeah.
I can't. My knees are actually up near my chest,
Okay.
and also the angle in the back seat. My knees are a lot higher than my bum. It's basically quite hard to be here. But I do like this. It's kind of funky and fun, and I think that's.
Isn't it fun?
It's fun, and I really enjoy the idea of it.
And you've got physical buttons for your climates and stuff.
And it's got Google,
And it's got the Googles.
so you can just basically speak your mind,
Yeah.
and it will help you.
Yeah, and it's got the Google Maps and all the things.
Yeah, I like it. Generally, this is good.
Thank you.
Shall we have a look at the Nissan?
Yeah.
Let's do that. So here we are. That was quite an aggressive entrance.
Thank you.
In the Nissan Micra, and do you know what? It's quite similar.
No way.
It really is. It's got the same binnacle
Yeah.
with the same screens and the same vents and the same physical buttons. That's the aircon and a few of the, the bits and bobs. And then it's got the same place to put. What would you put in there?
Snacks.
Snacks. It's
Snacks.
a very small snack. You couldn't put change in it. Wireless charging. I don't have a Renault 5. I have what appears to be sunrise over Mount Fuji.
Oh, it's lovely. Japanese.
This is very Japanese. Again, cup holders, bit of storage.
Yeah.
I have to say though, it is a little bit more boring.
I thought you were going to say something nice, and then you didn't.
It's not though. If I was older, this would be less challenging,
Yes.
if you know what I mean, because it's all the same colour. There's a bit of kind of marquetry, I don't know, a bit of a pattern in there. You can have the seats in lots of different colours. So these seats are not representative of what you can have, but they're the same shape. You can just have them in different colours of leather, like in a Harlequin effect. It's quite.
Do you know what I really like?
What?
The fact that the gear selector is still a kind of nod to a Chanel lipstick, but also, again, a bit boring.
Well, is the end different?
Yeah.
So
Because in the
end's
Renault
different.
5, it's like clear and pretty.
But everything physically feels the same.
Yeah.
It just doesn't feel as, it hasn't got that joie de vivre.
Do you know what else I really like?
What do you like?
The nod to the Renault 5 on the roof lining.
Oh, exactly the same roof
Exactly the
lining.
same.
And that was originally for the original Renault 5. So it doesn't make sense in a Nissan Micra.
No. And tags back here.
Have you got
Do you know
one?
what? It doesn't even have a pocket.
Oh.
There's
has it
no
not
pocket
got a
back
map
here.
pocket? Oh, well there's a big difference because I need a map pocket.
There's no pocket.
Do you know one thing?
yeah.
I actually do think that there's slightly more rear legroom in the Micra than there is in the Renault 5.
That
Would you-
doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't, does it? Because they're the same car.
Yeah.
Are the seats? No, the seats are the same. So it's not a thinner seat.
No.
I just think it feels slightly more spacious in the back.
It's only because I'm a bit smaller than you, maybe.
Is it because of the
'Cause
perspective thing?
Yeah,
You're
I'm sat in the
smaller.
back, yeah.
Right. Okay.
But my knees are still higher than my bum, like the same as what was with you in the Renault 5.
Yeah.
And my knees are up against the seats.
Yeah. I don't think they're very good for rear seat passengers, personally. Either of them.
No, you just chuck your dogs and your small kids back
And
here,
some
wouldn't you?
shopping.
And some shopping.
Other than that, though, I quite like the graphics in here. They are slightly different.
Yeah, they are.
So they're nice and clear. And because the Renault 5's good, this is also good. I just feel like the Renault 5 has more of that fun element that elevates it. This is like the boring brother.
Correct. 11 kilowatt AC charging.
Yeah, 100 kilowatt DC charging.
Yeah, says 15 to 80% in half an hour.
Yeah, and they've both got heat pumps.
Yeah.
And they both have vehicle to load, and they're both made of lithium ion for the batteries.
Yes. Good.
So here we are in the Nissan Micra, which is definitely Japanese and made by Nissan.
Definitely.
Apart from being made in a French factory in France by Renault.
Yes.
When I was driving down here, it feels pretty much like a Renault 5. This is unsurprising, seeing it is a Renault 5, but all of the things that make the Renault 5 good are present and correct in the Micra.
Yes, so that actually technically makes this a good car.
Yes.
Yes, because I'm not here to say that the Micra is a bad car, because it's not a bad car, because it's a Renault 5 and the Renault 5 is a good car, therefore makes this a good car. The only difference is the flappy paddles for Regen.
Right, so this has got how many stages of Regen from those paddles?
Well, hang on a minute. Let me flap, 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 flap. I've flapped all the way, so now we're coasting. And then I'm going to flap once. Oh.
Twice.
Twice. 3 times a lady. 1 pedal activated.
So we do have 1 pedal, and that's off the paddles.
Stunning.
So that is quite a big difference.
Well, yes, but eventually that is coming to the Renault 5.
Because it's in the Renault 4 already.
Because it's in the Renault 4 already.
Why isn't it in the Renault 5 now then?
'Cause I just don't think they quite had the software right when they first released the Renault 5.
And that came earlier.
And then that came earlier, and then the Renault 4 came out and they went, hey, we've got a great idea, let's put some flappy paddles. So they did it. And then when they decided to do the Nissan version, they went, well, we might as well just give it the flappy paddles. And then they went, eventually we'll put it into the Renault 5.
So there's a weird thing about this.
Yeah.
I think this is a slightly more sober drive, but I feel that it might be my imagination.
I think it is 100% your imagination, because this drives exactly the same as the Renault 5.
So you see, I don't know why, but I got in the Micra thinking it was going to be exactly the same, and it didn't feel to me that it was exactly the same. Still got really good steering.
Yes.
Still feel that the body controls.
It's good. It's good.
Sorry.
We'll bleep that. We'll bleep that bit.
My core was not braced.
Your whole body, your knees and everything.
My core was not braced.
But it still has that good strong chuckability that I think the Renault 5 has.
So front endy. So when
Yes.
you turn it in, it feels like it goes.
There you
But I think this feels slightly calmer, but maybe I've got that wrong. So we're on a normal sort of English country B road.
Yes.
It's got a few lumps and bumps.
Yeah.
You feel them, but they're not shocky.
Yeah, you don't feel a whole thump through the cabin.
No.
It's more like a flum flum.
Flum, flum, flum.
It's not a clunk clunk. It's a flum
No.
flum.
It's not crashy, as we would
it's not
say
crashy.
in motoring journalist speak.
Yeah, I don't know how you would write flum flum.
Flum, well, it'd be FLUM.
That's right.
Hyphen FLUM,
Flum.
etc., etc.
I drove the Renault 5 all the way here, right?
Yeah.
Which is quite a long drive for me. And I've driven the Renault 5 so many times anyway. I feel like I know that car inside out. And sitting in here, especially with the same interior, I feel like I'm sat in the same car.
But I still like this because, like you said, we like the Renault 5.
Yes.
So this is still great.
Yes, I think I've got it.
Go on.
I think you take this to the garden centre, you take the Renault 5 to the gym.
Ooh, I see where you're going with that.
Yeah?
Yeah, I can see that.
Well, let's take the Renault 5 out for a spin, right? And we'll just confirm everything that we've just said. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
In my head, I think this is better.
Here's the thing. It's not. It's the same. They are the same. They have the same chassis, the same suspension, the same everything going on underneath. Double tap. Same
Right,
double
perfect.
tap to get rid of your bing bongs.
To get rid of the bing bongs.
It's the exact same machine.
But as I'm walking up to it, it feels like it gives me more life. It gives me something else that makes me think, hey, I'm going to go for a drive.
It gives you cool energy.
Cool, which I need.
Yeah, you do.
To be frank.
Yeah, I don't need it. I just have it bursting out.
So
of
would
my
you just have a
pores.
Micra then? No, you would not.
I wouldn't.
The whole thing feels... Is it perkier? I don't know. Let's put a foot down.
I think it's perkier.
There's a tiny bit of torque steer.
There's a bit of perk.
There's a little bit of perk there. Let me just go around a couple of corners.
This feels juicier.
So when you were coming up here, you were just doing that, weren't you? And I think that feels largely the same.
That is what I was doing, yeah.
But with nothing to hang on to, isn't it interesting how you bounce around?
Actually finding it really fun.
Really.
It's like being on a little roller coaster. Like the lumpy bumpies feels the same as what it does in the Micra. It still feels as flummy and less clungy. This feels more sprightly, stronger chuckability, but yet 'tis the same.
Are we projecting?
I don't know.
Because this does feel
More energetic.
more energetic. That's a really good word,
Yes.
isn't it? It doesn't feel night and day different, but it does feel slightly more energetic.
This feels like you're going to take it to the gym. You're going to take the Micra down the garden centre.
And you're going to potter in a Micra,
Yeah.
and you might have a bit of fun with this on
Yeah.
the B road.
It's literally the same. When
It's
I went
not
on the
that.
Micra launch, I was like, what's different underneath? What have you tweaked? They said nothing.
But now you've actually had the opportunity to drive them literally back to back.
Yeah, side by side. And now I can feel a difference. That's weird, and I don't understand it. They weigh the same.
We've got the same weight in them.
Yes.
So we are saying again, though, that we slightly prefer the Renault 5, aren't we?
Slightly.
Oh, we have found a difference, and that is in the finance. So both of them start at £21,495, and both of them get the full £3,750 EV grant, because both are produced in the same place in Europe, obviously, including the batteries.
The Micra comes in 3 versions: Engage, Advance and Evolve. And if you pick up a mid-spec 52 kWh Engage, that costs £23,245. With Nissan financing at 7.99% APR, a PCP costs £371 per month. That's for 8,000 miles per annum over 36 months and with £1,500 down.
And the Renault has 4 versions: Evolution, Techno, Iconic and the tennis-based Roland Garros. And the similar 52 kWh Techno Plus costs £23,945, so £600 more. But with Renault financing at 6.9% APR, a PCP would set you back £348 a month for the same 8,000 miles a year over 36 months and £1,500 down.
It's wise to point out that we did some digging, and you can get these cars for much cheaper if you look around or play with the deposits and payments. But this was the in-house costings this week, so the Renault works out slightly cheaper.
So, Nicola, have you reached your conclusion on these two very similar cars?
Thank you so much for asking. I reached my conclusion before we even started filming.
That's true. She actually rang me before we started filming to tell me which car had won, in the spirit of objective journalism.
Yeah, I did. Because it's ridiculous. When I drove the Micra on the launch, I was so cross. And I was so cross because the Renault 5 is a fantastic car, won lots of awards, and Nissan went, oh, that's great, stick a Nissan badge on it.
Yeah, but that's what a joint venture is.
Yes, I get that. But have some differences. Have some different, come on.
You know what the difference is?
What?
It's worse. They've made it look worse. They've made a cool looking car look worse, and therefore I also prefer the French car.
They're both French.
Yeah, but that one is a better French car. It's also slightly cheaper on a lease and is cooler and will make you look cooler. So what's our verdict?
The French car.
Turns out in a battle of twins, you can have a favourite child.
Cheers.
Oh, that was quite strong. That was very, very hard.